Well, that weren't right. You can tell it's been a while. Technical difficulties there. Let's play the proper one for you guys. 2 seconds. Well, professional as ever, as you can tell. You can tell we haven't actually done one since Christmas, I don't think. Have we? Did we do one a couple of weeks ago, Kez?
Yeah, we did. We went done one 2 weeks ago, yeah.
You know, we did the fuck cancer one, yeah. So I've just got to take that out of my template. Fun. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome to the Airsoft show this week.
Hello.
Joining us is Sam and Kelly from Broken Parts Airsoft. I had to think about that then for some reason. I don't know why my mind went blank there. Sorry, guys. Kerry's here. Adam and Ailey can't make it this week, unfortunately. So, yeah. Here we are. News-wise, I was thinking about what's been going on. UCAP have a new site down in Dover. They've taken over the old prison that's been run. AI did a couple of events there, as well as another group that didn't last too long. They've secured that, so I'm hoping that it's actually going to stick this time. As much as I have my issues with Andy from UCAP, I'm looking forward to seeing the site go and actually be put to good use, because as much as I dislike the guy, he can run a good game and he can run a good day. So we shall wait and see. South Arts Airsoft London guys, hey guys, hope you are all well on the Instagram. Yeah, so other than that, obviously stuff's coming out from SHOT Show. We're going to do an episode with Kevin, sort of a pre-recorded thing. So we will get that guys out to you guys as and when that is recorded. Possibly I'll do it as a pre-release or pre-recorded episode next week as well, because I can set that live. I'm not here. Should we just get into it, because I can't be bothered to go through everything from SHOT if we're going to do an episode on it.
Go on, you've got to have your shot now.
Enthusiasm.
Well, what's everyone drinking? Because I've had some interesting things offline. So,
Johnny Walker Black Label.
Tequila.
Going hard. Kerry's going to be on juice.
Juice. Got the
And I got a big
Big girl cups out tonight.
Hardcore, mate.
I'm finishing off.
Tell you what's in it.
yeah.
Juice.
Gin and juice.
Gin and juice. Yeah.
Gin and juice.
No.
I reckon, right, Kerry's actually a secret drinker. And I reckon...
No, do you know what? I did actually have my first drink in 3 years at Christmas. I had a couple of... what did I have? Oh, Malibu. That's it.
Fair enough. I suppose going soft, if it's been a few years, have a bit of a...
Exactly. I've got to wing myself back onto it. I haven't drunk in a few years, so I did have a couple. Oh, and I had a cider as well. That was quite nice. Flavoured raspberry ripple one. That was really good.
Who made that?
That was good. Brothers?
Is that some weird sort of Norfolk thing?
No. Brother cider. But that was good. Really good. I could drink a few of them.
It's too easy.
That's the trouble.
I think I found that with Malibu. I remember why I stopped drinking it. I had two and I was like,
a bit of Malibu.
No more.
Way too sweet.
I couldn't do more than two.
I've seen some weird combinations.
But yeah, so I have had a drink, just not often, only every few years.
That's it for another 5.
Yeah, that'll do.
One of the London ghosts is saying he only drinks at NAF. I suppose that's the only thing to do at NAF.
I have been told that's basically a big piss up. So
yeah.
How does NAV actually work? Because I've never been there before.
Turn up, get tanked up, and then they just whatever goes because no one's fucking monitoring it. So
there's no like chronos or anything at the game.
They chrono, but people have been known to change their.
Oh yeah.
Last year there was the whole pre-chrono thing.
How many people went last year?
3,000 odd. I think it was just. I think it was less than 3,000. Yeah.
3,000 people.
Yeah.
And you've got to pay how much money? It's like £300 for a ticket.
That's a.
Is it?
I think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It went up to about 150 quid last year. I think.
Okay. Should we see if they do a disabled discount?
No, you've got to pay more now and then.
Yeah.
You've
got to score your wheels.
Following you about. Chrono the wheels.
I don't know if this is for this year's pricing, but last year it was £130.
I've seen the one with a minigun attached to their chair and that lot as well. Absolutely made me it's hilarious. It's actually really clever.
Early bird bookings. So get your early bird discount. It will cost you £130.
Right.
Normal bookings will cost you £130.
So
and your late bookings, for being late, you get punished by paying £130. What? So there's no price scale at all.
Is there a
okay? So
is there a limit on how many people can go there?
There was. They were trying to limit it to 3,300 last year. Total players 2,794 was the last year. They originally set it at 3,300, and then the tickets didn't really sell for a long time. Because of all the issues around it, so they reduced the limit to 3,000 in the end.
To be fair, it's still somewhere I'd like to go.
Oh yeah,
just whether it is accessible in that way.
Is it just not a massive couple of fields just put together?
It's just one big woodland area. I mean, for me, it's not really my jam, and Kerry's the same. Adam and Adi are the same. We like our indoor sites, so it's not going to be. Our kind of site.
It's not always. No, it's not actually. I'm not more the indoor. I'm more CQB. I don't mind CQB being outside. The site I started on was outside, and I played there for still play there now. It's just more woodland. I'm a bit.
I love it. The woodlands.
That's. I've got to be convinced. I enjoyed AP. I enjoyed Tower. Didn't enjoy another site. I'm going to say that because I ain't slating any sites because everyone's different. But that was a few years ago. But it's just my preference is close quarters. But again, I'm going to AP again this year. I want to go to Driver Wood. We go to South as well. That's quite a nice little woodland site. I actually really enjoyed that.
Actually have a new site coming. They keep their cards very close to their chest at the moment, but they have said that they've got a new site coming, so it'll be interesting to see. Because the way I think of it is it's very much like a little community-based airsoft rather than just come and give us your money. It's a nice, refreshing change for airsoft at the end of the day.
It is really a nice little site as well, and that's just it's not only the fact that it was a small one, it's just how it was laid out. There was a lot of objective points and stuff. It just weren't basically fully open. You could move through.
The one thing I did like there as well was because it's such a small site with such small numbers. It's we're not going to have armbands. Just remember who's on your team. If you shoot your own team, you're an idiot.
What site is this?
South Hearts.
South Hearts.
It just made you. It made you sort of realise who's on your team and work together a bit more rather than just running off going, "Oh, hang on, they're allowed to come again, so it's fine."
Yeah.
Some people. I don't think I actually shot any of my teammates on that one, though. To be fair, no, I was very.
You're too busy following me and laughing at the bloke when you heard this massive, great thud from my SRS on his rig.
I didn't have the range on mine because I'm obviously set up for CQB for most of my stuff. I've got an Evo, but and he was like, "Where is he?" And I'm like, "There." And he goes,
"You just heard this thud, and what the fuck was that?" That was a good 45 meter as well.
Wasn't it?
Nice.
45 meters.
Teamwork. I am definitely doing it. I'm getting there. I bought a longer M4 and everything as well, so I'll get a bit more range.
Funny enough, we will have a chat later because I'm organising another Friday afternoon for the guys from work. So if you want to come along and fuck them up,
I love that.
So well. People do underestimate me sometimes, and it is
last time we went, one of them, because I'm quite a big guy compared to a lot of them, and much older than a lot of the lads in our department who wanted to go and try it as well. I don't think they actually expected me to be quite as quick on my feet as I was. I'm not the quickest guy in the world, don't get me wrong, as Kerry will tell you, but I can be when I need to be.
I bet you're quicker than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Without the chair.
Yeah, without the chair.
I was going to say, you've got the wheels to get you going.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good laugh, and they all enjoyed it. They've all asked to go again, so I'm willing to take a couple of people along to help them out, and we can cause chaos.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to cause chaos.
The one thing they learned hard as well last time was they've got to actually remember to watch their back of that site, because there's one bit where it's open at both ends, and you've got doorways through, and they were just looking at one end expecting me to come from that, and I went round 3-4 times behind them and started doming them in the back.
I love flanking people.
So much fun.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Just sneaking up people just unexpected, and it's just amazing. It's such a fun feeling.
It is. But yeah, I think that's a good point to move on to the topic. So tell us a little bit about yourselves first. Don't mind, you can fight amongst yourself who goes first.
I will let Kelly go first.
He knows where it is.
Yeah.
Just a little bit about who you are, your airsoft background, etc., etc.
Yeah. So I'm Kelly, and I've been doing airsoft since 2016, I think it is. I got into it quite randomly, and then my local society is Apocalypse, and went up there as on my own as a woman, and didn't know what to expect, and come out with the best community. I think Airsoft has some of the best communities in it. Yep. Naturally, there's always dicks everywhere, isn't there? But, I managed to get on a team and enjoyed the tactics behind it. And I mean, Apocalypse is like 100 acre, so big woodland.
Yeah.
All of that.
Massive.
I love the place.
I remember it's a bloody horrendous hill right at the start, isn't it? It's horrible getting up to the site itself.
That is a nightmare. I mean, I'm all right now. I've got a 4x4. It's not too bad. I can just drive up it. But still, that's a bit dicey. But you wouldn't get a wheelchair up there, and I'd die if I tried walking up there with my crutches. But yeah, so marshalled up there for a bit, and then had to stop playing due to illness, and now hopefully get back into it. No, I am getting back into it. No, hopefully I'm back.
We're back.
Good.
My name's Sam. Got into airsoft in just after COVID, well, actually 2022. Actually, I started going to a Croydon place called Tactical Warfare. I'm going to say that is the worst site ever. Just terrible.
I don't know, right? I don't know. Anzio's up there. The site itself is amazing, but if you want a day that's run poorly, but please continue. Just an interesting thing. Very small. I think like 3 acres, the whole thing. I think they've actually recently closed down, or they only do certain booked days. If not enough people book in, they run the site, but I'm not sure. But I started off there going on crutches, and it was absolutely terrible. My mobility is awful. So, and also I decided to wear a ghillie suit. I made myself a ghillie suit, and it was just stuffy in the summer. It was extremely hot. Carrying a massive DMR. Actually, where is it? That's too far up. It's up there somewhere. Just a massive SR25. And I just walked around for a little bit and then sat down somewhere. And then that was that. And then I started looking into wheelchair attachments, because obviously, I wasn't going to be able to do anything on crutches. So I found these like small
12-inch wheel things, and I bought one and I put it on the my NHS hired wheelchair, and I took it down to Driverwood, and everyone there was just amazing, supportive, and did my first day there. Obviously, just didn't have enough power. I was just kind of scooting along the little drives, little dirt trails, and then just kind of that was it. And then more recently this year, I found a couple of things that I've put together and created these like massive, powerful chairs that can just get through anything.
Which we've still got to figure out a name for, actually, haven't we?
Yeah. So, looking for name suggestions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what it was. Some of the things that used to have like that come and reinforce you in like Battlefield, and it was like you've been reinforced by a dreadnought. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, battle chair sounds really like shit now after that.
Dreadnought.
I've just got a comment popped up on the from South Hearts on Instagram. They've said they're going to have to look at access at theirs to accommodate now as well. So straight away already put someone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's coming on here to sort of get sites and people thinking about the accessibility of their sites. And we can come along and test that out. If it's not too far away. But there's one site and I know Ian Lawrence is listening in as well, and I said I was going to mention him because him and his guys are doing amazing work in Lincolnshire, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, Lincolnshire.
And it's a wheelchair-only airsoft day, and everything.
I actually saw that recently. Yeah, I shared that earlier today. I think today or yesterday.
Is awesome. The lengths they have gone to make sure it is all inclusive and accessible is amazing. And it's free for wheelchair users, because one thing with being in a wheelchair or being, unwell in that aspect is sometimes you'll pay a full price, but you'll only play half of the day because you can't do any more. And it kind of feels it's a bit of I'm paying it, doing it all day. I want to do it all day, but I'm limited sort of thing.
Yeah, you don't want to push yourself too much because it can then have a knock-on effect for you afterwards, can't it?
So,
injured my knee doing that. I just pushed too hard for the day. I was just literally walking about and then too much on my knee, and it just knee pain for 2 years. So that's always good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those things, though, that I don't think a lot of sites over the years have really thought about, despite the fact you have, was it Tank, the guy that used to had the big crowdfunding for a few years back? He was sort of the first real sort of disabled airsofter that you knew of, other than Gary, who runs South Coast CQB, who actually went around and made his site completely wheelchair. Top guy, Gary.
Yeah.
And that was because of his own conditions and his own disabilities. He went around and made that site so he could get around more than anything, but then it makes it more accessible for other players to come along and have a go as well.
Yeah.
So it is nice to see more and more places thinking about it and taking that into consideration now.
It's like anything, though. I know before I became disabled, it would never have occurred to me to think about stuff like that. But it's not until you go through it or you've got friends or you've got family that you have to think, oh, wait, how's that person going to get there or get around? That you think about it. And I think Broken Parts Squad has been so well received, which, is fantastic. And, that's what we're about, trying to make that community, everyone's welcome, it's all about having fun and doing what we love.
Again, South Hearts, he's commenting. I'm going to mention him because he's literally just bang on it at the moment with everything. And he's turned around on Instagram and said, you guys come down for a free game. Having your player input for access would help both in the long run.
Oh, bless.
So, he is, bless him, he is honestly trying to push forward with that site. And I'm going to bang on about it because it is a great little site and he's got a great little thing going there.
he did that day for people like the new players, weren't it? That me and you went down to as well. Completely free form, which is nice.
Yeah.
When you've got people that do that, that's amazing. Like, thank you, for saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as there's no stairs, I'm sure the chairs will handle it fine because they go.
It's on a hill, but that's about it. It's all just downhill. So
I mean, the chairs go like 26 miles an hour. So I mean,
the toughest bit of getting into the site is the single track lane. Getting down to it can be a bit tight at times.
Oh yeah, that was one. That was very, very tight.
Yeah. So that's.
No, I don't think it's not really steep hills either. So it's not like dramatic or anything like that. It's quite.
As long as you get a run up, it's fine.
And they have got like clear pathways and that you can get through. Like not obviously set out paths, but there's like nice open areas that you can get through as well. And they have like little barricades and stuff. They're the bits that I like, because I like to hide and move from point to point. I can't stand there and snipe. I get bored. I ain't got much patience. I can't help it. As Andy knows, my brain then starts going and I start randomly dancing. I'm a little bit hyperactive.
The biggest surprise we had on testing the chair out up Apocalypse was I managed to get a knife kill.
Yeah.
No way.
So there's no sound to it whatsoever.
Oh no, there's no motor sound. There's brushless
no motor sound. So it's so quiet. I literally just rolled up behind someone and did a knife kill. Honestly, best welcome back ever.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing. So did you guys create these chairs yourself, or is it something
it's a lot of different parts imported together. So it's based on a design, and I've just asked the supplier to just not include a load of parts on it because they're bad quality. And I get shipped to this part, and then I change out I put on the fork to something way better. I change out the handlebars, new throttle, a bigger battery. Also, just tie everything up and make it all neat, and then.
So you have basically created it.
I didn't design it, but I've just.
You've got you have. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You have. So you've took parts and you've also then adapted them for what you need it for. So I would say that is pretty good going, to be honest. And you've managed to get up for a knife kill. That is just epic. That is amazing.
Sam is very humble with it all, but what he builds is, it's kick-ass. It is fucking awesome. Like, I would never, without that chair that he built, I would never have thought that I could get back into Airsoft again. So just for comparison, I don't know if you can see it in the back very well, but this is what we call a power add-on for a wheelchair. So you've got like a little wheel at the front, battery pack on there, and then like handlebars, and it attaches to your wheelchair. The one that Sam builds is on steroids compared to that. That doesn't get me through gravel. I can't get over gravel or sand or anything. But it does me for work or popping down to the shops. But the beasts that Sam makes, oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
So with getting back into Airsoft, then obviously Sam's created the kit to help you. But how tough was the mental challenge of getting back into it, knowing that you're not going to be able to play like you used to necessarily? You know that there are limitations to, especially like I suppose with sites as well, because you're not going to be able to go to say the jail because it's probably too tight to get around there. You'd be doing 36-point turns to get into each cell.
Yeah, it's for me. It was really, really difficult, and I think I quite often say that you grieve what you could once do, and it's true. And you get moments that you still feel like that. And when I went back up to the site, and everyone was there, like, I hadn't seen some of them for ages. Like the marshals I knew, and one of the marshals came up to me partway through the game because I was like, I'm struggling, and it's really frustrating not being able to play like I used to because I would just run at people, and there were a few tactics, but I would run into it, and Yeah, exactly. And I'd be crawling on the floor and throw, all of that. And when you're in the wheelchair, like the part of the brain needed to sort of recompute. Right, I'm at Airsoft. I need to do this, that, but I've got to do it in the chair. Right, can I get through there? And I would just, running all over the place with it. And he just said to me, Dimitri, and he went, "You just got to figure out how to play again."
Yeah,
it's a whole different play style.
Yeah,
completely different.
Even I run a chest rig, and I usually would have a drop leg holster, and I've had to change the leg holster to put it onto my chest rig because I couldn't get the angle to pull the gun out properly, the pistol out properly. So it's even how you're running, what you're wearing changes.
There is though with the Kydex Customs more and more these days. You've got Deadly Customs, you've got Kydex Customs, 2 brands off the top of my head. Could it be something potentially speaking to them about as well? See if you can get a custom made.
Sorry, what were those 2 brands?
You've got Deadly Customs and Kydex Customs.
Deadly Customs and
Kydex Customs UK.
They're not like the fabric
they're
ones
proper
either.
plastic,
They're like
hard ones. I'm just thinking they may be, if you spoke to them, they may be able to do one that, so you could wear your drop leg on the top of your thigh, but have it off at an angle slightly so you can still draw your pistol out to one side maybe.
Yeah, so with the wheelchair, you've got to sort of bear in mind that it has arms on it as well. So as though you are sitting in a chair with arms, you've sort of got to allow for elbow movement, stuff like that.
No, I was just thinking they may be able to work with you to come up with something to just help you guys as a customer.
I've taken armour into the chair. Well, that's literally everywhere I could attach stuff to.
Carry
doing it, like everything.
We literally say we are the mules in there as well,
because carry everything.
If we've got a bag on the back, we'll carry it. You run to us, or we'll try and get as close to you to refill your ammo or what. And that's what makes it fun. And I've got to admit, when I first went back in the wheelchair, I fell out twice because I took it too fast and too far and just fell out the side. And all of the players around me just stopped, helped me get back in it, get back up. And it was brilliant. Like
mosh pit rules.
Yeah, it really was.
Someone goes down, help them back up.
Exactly. And, unless I can get a few shots off before I get back up, it's all right. But
dedication.
Exactly.
But yeah, since the tip over, I've found wheels that are double the width. So I've ordered 20 of those. So we've got plenty of plenty of spares, and also more for building new chairs. And I've tested it. I can turn corners at like 8 miles an hour. 9 miles an hour, just straight turn, and I'm still in the chair, miraculously.
So cool.
E-House, fucking hell, I thought he died, so it's good to hear from Eric. Chest-mounted holsters are incredibly common on vehicle crews. It's a very efficient solution for a wheelchair as well, so... Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if it works, it works. It was just a thought I had.
Like you say, it's the learning part. And, we are still going to sort of play around because... other people that come into the squads, and like I say, it's open to everyone, may have different needs. So a leg holster adapted could be a really good option.
It's all personal choice as well. I used to run, in fact, I'm going to start running again soon. I need to get the mags fixed, but I had a TM M&P 9 that I used to run in a drop leg. So if I was out on an event where we were in vehicles, I'd just shift it around the front because I knew I could have it low enough and have that length to pull the pistol out and not have to move out. So I could still get to it in a vehicle without getting out of my seat. But it's all...
I tried.
Everyone's kit is different. Everyone's kit is going to work differently for them, and it is just finding what works for you. And especially if there are... I don't want to say limitations and sound insensitive, but at the end of the day, I suppose it is because you are limited with the space that you've got around you because of your chair, I suppose. I mean, can you tell I'm really focusing on how to word these things delicately rather than going in guns blazing like I normally do?
Limitations. I mean, everyone has limitations to a certain
we all do.
extent,
I'm fat.
So it's not a dirty word. It's not a dirty word. So we're not worried. We'll tell you anyway if you're being too off.
Yeah, call me a cunt. I don't mind. Kerry does it quite regularly, actually.
Me, never.
Could never imagine that.
So how do you ever sort of wish there were other sites that you could get to then, but you know that you couldn't play anymore? Are there those sites that you just wish that you could have got to before this sort of came upon you?
I don't know. It's one of those things that I'm still game to give anything a go. So you try it out. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Right? Can you agree? Does the person running the site want to make it accessible? That's a big thing. There has to be the want to do it. There is.
And maybe a lot of them need to actually now realise and say, right, can someone like you guys come along and try it? Let us know if there is anything we can do, because then it can open it up for so many other players as well. Because it's like you said earlier, it's a bit of a risk sometimes because you've got the travel there and then you've got to try and get in there, and then you might not even be able to play. And it's like, well, what's the point? It's
exactly that.
I mean, Gareth from Driverwood has made the site more accessible for me by there's like on the way into the game zone. There was this little drop like this steep for about 2 meters, and I fell out on that twice, and he just escaped it all the way down for me, and that's the only.
Oh, see,
that's the
lovely.
only.
But again, they're not going to know until like someone's actually turned around and said, actually, because of this. Because, like you said earlier, not many people actually think about that, but they should.
I mean, I didn't even ask for it. Another player was like, "Okay, I'm going to talk to him and get it done for you." And I was like, "Thank you. I don't want to fall out again and break my chair."
That's what I want to get down to this year. That Driverwood. I wanted to for a while now, but
we'll get tripping soon.
It's about a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah, true. I suppose you've got to do it in the day, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well,
we're
hoping to go to the, I think it's 16th of August at the Lincolnshire site for the wheelchair day. So we're trying to plan, again, that's about 4.5 hours for us. So we're going to have to try and make it a weekend thing. But we want to get down there because Ian's, really nicely invited us down. And again, we're going to meet other people that are going to really be part of Broken Parts squads because we're all, in that same boat.
In the same boat.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get there. And if we can, we've got the Facebook page. We're going to hopefully start a YouTube page and TikTok. We've already started. So we're slowly getting there. But obviously Sam and I have got our, working and families and all of that.
I don't work. I'm unemployed.
You do. So. You work on the chairs. Quick, get back to
it.
You create those monsters.
And there's cake.
Ian
says.
And Ian's
I'm there. You just say cake. I'm there.
They're sold.
Chocolate.
Moving forward, it's an aim of you guys to potentially start speaking to sites and opening the dialogue more about making sites more accessible to people.
Yeah, I've been invited. Well, I've been allowed. I sent emails to every site around my area, which included Ambush, Airsoft. There's a Battle Sim one below me somewhere. I sent an email to them. Obviously, Dog Tag Airsoft. I went there, and they all just said, "Yeah, just come along, and we'll see what is accessible or what's not, and we'll figure it out." I've not had a single site say you can't come yet anywhere.
Wait for it.
Not yet. Not yet.
I've got self-hearts to give it a try as well.
Yeah.
But it would be nice for. Coming onto here was, it's great for us to sort of reach more, and obviously, everyone listening can know a bit more about what we're about, and hopefully encourage talking to site owners and stuff like that. Equally, reach out to us over Facebook too. We're more than happy to hear from people.
So I was going to say, so if there is like someone that is in a wheelchair and they want to play airsoft but they're not sure, are they okay to basically contact you and say, look, this is my local site, but I don't know, like, would you mind doing stuff like that for them? Because I know some people I've met over the years as well, just even in general as being an airsofter, some are very, very nervous of even asking for a marshal for help or something like that, let alone asking like, actually, can you do this and can you do that and that sort of thing. Like, can they come to you and go, look, can you help me?
Yeah. Right. And that's the thing, Sam and I have always said, you know, that's what we're here for. We want to help people in similar, even different situations to us. It's all about that community and getting back into the game, even if you have limitations.
The thing is, as well, it's something that could affect any of us at any point as well. There seems to have been a bit of a theme of this in the last 2 episodes, but it is something that could affect anyone at any point. Something could happen. You know, we've got a guy at work who plays. He could come in tomorrow, have a motorbike accident, and it'd be life-changing. Just as an example, you know, things can happen to people. Wouldn't wish that on anyone, by the way, but it could happen. That's the thing.
No, it really does. I took one of my friends, Rachel. She was actually someone who I started playing when I first ever started playing. Her and her partner, amazing. Took me under their wing. I was so nervous, and then unfortunately, she did actually have a bike accident, and lost her leg. And she played last year with me at the jail for the first time ever. Absolutely loved it, but again, it was difficult for her because it was a challenge, but she still weren't sure how she could play, and she did had to change her gameplay and stuff. Like, she enjoyed it, and I have actually like already shared you guys with her and things like that, because I think that'd be amazing for her to play alongside you and meeting more people in that sort of situation, because it's hard. I've seen how much it's been difficult for her, but just knowing that there's people that like to play airsoft still, and just keep going. It's brilliant.
It's the adaptation that's important, and if you don't talk about it, I mean, I work in mental health, so, you know, this sort of thing for me, it's like, if you don't talk about it, then you're not going to know that you're not alone, and you're not going to know how to get help and support. It's the same in this sense that, you know, we've got different conditions. Maybe some of us have got the same, but we could all get together and say, oh, have you tried doing this? Or, you know, have you tried doing that?
And you can all kind of understand in some sort of degree, you know what I mean? It's like, and it would be nice for him. As much as, like, bless her, she came play alongside us, and had a few of the other friends from the old team and things like that. It was really good, but I think she's still
finding herself.
It was still
again.
Yeah, it was on. She kept saying to me, she's like, oh, I'm not doing any good. I was like, honestly, you're watching my back. I was like, I die, you take them out for me. You're doing brilliant. It's fine. I'm just a bait. And it works though. She was literally watching my back. And I'm in there, I die. She just sees where I die and then knows there's a fire there.
We've got, on the way, we've got badges. So we'll be doing badges, and we'll be running our flag as well. And anywhere that it will take us, we'll be representing the flag if they let us. Because we think with the badges, I mean, like, even in your background, you've got all your badges on, haven't you? I think badges are quite important. Like, they're quite important in airsoft, I think.
To be fair, a lot of them are actually like charity patches as well. So I've had some, like, I've got some friends, and I've got some random ones. They're not PG, so I'm not going to.
No, do come on, Kerry.
Come on. But you can't say that.
No. Kerry.
No, I got an adult mystery box, and I was quite surprised what came out.
You've got to share now.
That's for after hours show.
Ones up there. Doing like events and fundraising for things.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'll always.
I mean, the patches that are being sold, we're going to put most of the profit into a fund to pay for more chairs for people. So if they, you know, if we raise enough money, we would just give away chairs to people that want to play airsoft, and you know,
See, that's amazing. Or maybe even an option, or maybe some sites that are actually accessible for them to be able to, like, not hire them, but like, say someone to go there and say, right, and use this.
If people live anywhere near me, I'm down in Edenbridge. If anyone is disabled and wants to come take a chair, take it to their site, they can just take it free of charge and just take it because I've got.
That's something that could work. You could say to Driver Woods, for instance, saying, look, can you keep one of these chairs here? And then obviously if someone wants to access it, contact you, and then just there you go. There's one ready sitting there ready for you. I've got
plenty of spare parts if anything breaks down. I've got 4 chairs built right now, so if anyone comes, they just take it, use it, bring it back or whatever, and
bring it back clean.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it comes.
Might be a bit of a challenge. I do
love. I know. I just saw that.
Lots.
Love a good patch.
Who doesn't like a good?
Yeah.
Honestly,
who don't like good?
Those walls you've got, I probably had about 6 of them full at one point.
Patches.
With patches.
See, mine's gone down quite a bit. That has gone down.
Speaking of which, I've still got some patches for you, actually. Some of the OG Airsoft ones.
Yeah, I know. You didn't come see me, and that's like you've got the patches, and I've got the seagull.
Banana.
No, banana isn't shit.
Fucking seagulls are bastards. So they trolled us on the show last year.
Yeah, I know.
And B, I literally witnessed one take an entire donut out of a man's hand. Like whole, please, gone.
Oh, it's
that's my spirit animal.
If you get chipped off the market, that's why these seagulls, they're sold down seafront, because I'm literally right near the sea. And they've all got chips in their mouth because it's what our town's known for. You literally get chips off market. You have to hide because if not, they're in there. They don't care. They really don't. And they're like steroids. They're big ones as well.
I would fight a seagull over a pack of chips. I'm not going to lie.
Especially a donut.
Question here, genuine question, actually related question. He says it's a dumb question, but it's really not. We've got 2 questions, so we'll come to the one on Facebook in a minute. The one on Instagram from South Hearts, he said, what was the battery life on these chairs? Would a charge point on site be useful?
So the battery life currently we have 13 AH batteries. It's just like an e-bike battery that we just stick on the front. It's got, I think, because I run the tyres underinflated, so you get more grip on the mud and stuff, about 9 psi. So currently you get about 8 miles, 10 miles, which isn't very good. But for airsoft, that'll last you all day. You're not going to be, zipping up and down.
I still had charge left after I did a day up at Apocalypse.
And that's in January, so the battery's going to be,
colder as well. Yeah.
So they go down faster. But we've got 20 AH batteries coming, which would last close to 18, 17 miles, which that would last like a full weekend.
Is it a bit of a rabbit hole looking into all of this stuff?
No,
figure out.
It's super easy. Just put everything together and just.
I don't deal with that side.
Very easy. Very easy.
So he says it's super easy. This is all going like that over my head.
If this has been something, this has happened, I'm like, I don't know what the answer is. What should I answer?
I feel like I actually.
That's good. Good news.
I feel like I should have taken my wife into this episode tonight because she actually sells wheelchairs for a mobility company, so she'd probably know a lot more what you guys are on about. I should have brought her down for this one.
The thing to know about being disabled is it is fucking expensive.
Oh, extremely.
It is crazy. You don't get NHS wheelchairs. I still had to pay quite a bit towards my wheelchair, which is custom to me for my size and what I need, and it is crazy the cost
extortion
of being disabled.
It's insane. I mean, a similar attachment that I've got on the front, because I import it from different places. My competition is an Italian brand. It's called Tri-Ride, and they're just the front attachment alone is about £8,000. Just for the front part, not even the wheelchair, just for the front. If you wanted the wheelchair as well, it's going to be another probably £3,000. You're looking at £11,000 for the same thing. It doesn't make any sense, and their ones don't have a suspension on the front, and they've got skinnier tires.
That is ridiculous. It really is. And then they wonder why
it's outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
Can't do and explore and do stuff and things like that. They're making it that expensive and challenging for them. That's awful. It really is.
Well, we're talking about price. Samantha Bamber asked, "How much would it be for the rear B fees?"
The tires for my chair, the chairs that I have.
For the chairs that you build, maybe.
Yeah. So just for the wheels, it's going to be about £290 for a set.
But you've got to bear in mind the pins and the.
They're free of charge.
But you have to put them on and rechange the brakes, don't you, for a different size?
Just adjust the brakes forward a bit more, and then that's it, really. I mean, the entire chair. I mean, we just spoke about the cost of having, the Tri-Ride branded version. It's £11,000 for the whole thing. Yeah. My ones cost me. Well, I'm not going to say the cost, but I'm going to be. I'm going to be selling the entire chair with the front for £2,000. The entire thing for £2,000. That's because I've spoke to the supplier. We've agreed on different bits and way cheaper than the first chair that I made. And that's hopefully that would help a lot of people. Not with just airsoft. Going on trails and stuff.
You can spend that on a gun. Some people do spend that on guns. You know what I mean?
GBLS, you're spending £2,000.
Something like this. And that's like.
And just imagine attaching that to the wheelchair.
Yeah, this goes. I've used this plenty of times. I've got the front.
On the swivel.
A rod rest on the battery. And then I have this auto feeder in the back of the chair.
This is awesome. I've never seen this before. Sam introduced
that is brilliant.
I think that's the same thing that Adam and Amy have got for their mags.
Yeah,
they've bought smaller ones as well now. I think they're only like half the size of them.
In like 3 seconds.
Love it. So it's really good if you have issues with hand movement and stuff like that. That sort of thing is great.
So that's something else they can look into more, like these big companies and stuff like that. They can look into more adaptive items. You know what I mean? Because they can customize so many different things: weapons, holsters, the whole lot. Why not look into it a little bit more for, like you said, not only for wheelchairs but for people? I have, I know one person I used to marshal with. He can only use one of his hands. So make things that are more easy for them to use. Like the speed loaders are brilliant. You literally push it on, fills it up. But there must be other things that they could do as well. But again, they'll have to speak to people to try and find out what will help.
And as the guy said earlier as well, they'll profit off people as well for these things, rather than making it accessible and easier for people to get into. How can we make money out of this? That's their mentality.
Quadruple the price.
Yeah.
It costs 290 quid. We'll charge £1,000.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Not even £2,000. Why not just keep upping it because they're the only ones that make it, and they'll be like, we're the only ones. You pay this much money. That's the price.
Oh.
John Mag. See, that's sad that they won't allow you to do that, because then it's just more convenient. I'll get if you absolutely just hold the trigger down and just spam fire.
Let us know how they are, Catherine. We'll sort you out.
Yeah.
This is the thing, because we've just had a discussion recently about a site in the south of England that has changed a lot of their rules, and one of the things is about using realistic mag capacities on things. But if you are disabled, then it excludes you, because it's like if you've got
no mid caps anymore because they're 120 rounds.
Yeah,
a realistic would be 30.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just it only sort of applied to drum mags, particularly on pistols.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And why did the HPA adapt the ones though? The ones with the M4 mags attached as well.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use them. So basically, you're only allowed to use a normal pistol.
You can only use the mag that
You're not
goes
allowed
in the
to use the ones with the M4.
But if you need that to help you play, then they need to accommodate for that at the end of the day. Otherwise, you're excluding an entire group of people from playing at your site.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's one or two.
Yeah, people will stop playing if they're not able to be accommodated. People will stop playing, and word will get around, and that's the thing, isn't it?
It's like we mentioned UCAP earlier. It's their mentality, and as I've said in our group chats offline between the co-hosts, it's their train set, it's their rules at the end of the day. But they don't allow two-tones on site at all. So new players have to pay for a rental until they get their UCARA. Yeah.
Really?
Crazy.
But as I said, it's their train set, and that's what they want from the site. So as much as it's crazy, unfortunately, some people just have that mentality, and they'll go, "Well, we'll just it's our train set. We restrict what people want because that's how we want our games to be played." But then,
is it just a way? Is it just a way to get rental money from people?
Well, this is it. But it's like the thing with the mags as well. At this other site, I've seen pistols, I've seen Glocks with beta mags on them. So it's not unrealistic to have a drum mag on the bottom of a Glock.
You see them all the time overseas.
Mm.
Especially like the Glock 18s out in the States. You see
switches,
beta mags over them.
Massive drum mags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 3 times the size of the pistol, probably about 5 times the weight.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the site that we mentioned, actually. Wouldn't let her use the drum mag on her rifle. It was UCAP that did that. But as I said as well, unfortunately, it's train sets and their rules, and that's how they want things played. And the thing with UCAP as well is I believe the owner is now wheelchair bound because of his condition. So you'd hope that people who were experiencing this for themselves, as it were, would be more understanding and more welcoming of making Airsoft more open to people. And
I wonder if he wants to buy a badge.
Have a chat with him.
Does he play Airsoft though? Because then if he doesn't play, then he wouldn't know.
Well, this is it. I don't know if he actually plays. I know he's obviously got 3 or 4 sites around the south of the UK.
Yeah.
I've not heard of them before, so
it could be worth reaching out and having a chat, maybe.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, so what have you guys got planned for the rest of the year then? Obviously, you've mentioned the Lincolnshire game.
Yeah. Having 10 chairs built for people that want to play, because I mean, in my in my experience, these chairs. I mean, from a very biased position, I can, it's just insane how much of my site I can get through.
They're fucking awesome.
If it's not muddy, if it's not like extremely muddy, I can get anywhere on site, anywhere. As long as it's not like upstairs, obviously, but anywhere, I could, even the trenches, I just straight over them.
We are going to do more videos.
It's a bit bumpy, but
we're going to do more videos of the chairs in action.
Yeah.
So on Facebook and on TikTok, we've got one video up of the chair going through, and we're going to be we're going to Apocalypse
on the 26th,
on the 23rd of Feb.
Yeah.
And we're going to be running 2 of the chairs up there, so that's going to be interesting. Capture some content and all of that as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Shall we have a go, Kerry, just to see how much we have to change our play style? Yeah. I mean, we are the Chairsoft show after all.
Oh, you want me to bring a spare chair for one of you?
We are the Chairsoft show.
It's no problem. I can do that.
Oh, it's one of those things. It's something that just popped into my mind, but we've spoken about it for nearly an hour now. But myself and Kerry aren't going to necessarily experience this, so it'd be sort of like, even though we don't need it as such, it would open our minds to how what you guys have to necessarily deal with at the sites, and how you have to deal with the site itself. Do you get? Hopefully that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, out of the 2 chairs, like you can run about in the chairs as well, and things like that. That's no problem.
I mean, you can go very fast.
You say run about in the chair. I've just got vision to be standing up like a turtle and then just running through the site with this thing hanging off me.
Fred Flintstone going through the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I took the chair out last month, there was a lot of mud.
Oh yeah,
and it got through it. I got stuck a bit, but again, people pushed me out, and
I was going to say, especially with the amount of rain we've had since last summer as well, it's been horrendous. Yeah. Especially December, January this month, we've had lots of rain and storms, and
we're hoping for a dry one for the 23rd of Feb. But yeah, if you want some details, just give us a message, and we'll send the details over to you if you wanted to join.
But yeah, if you so if you are a wheelchair user in the southeast and you want to borrow one of the chairs, you can just come around, pick it up, take it to a site that Driver Wood. I'm sure they will accommodate you because they accommodate me fine. You can take it there. I'm sure if I speak to Gareth, I can sort out a day we can just take it around the site, and without don't need to play Airsoft. You can just take it around the site and see how good it is, and
test it.
Yeah, just have a little spin around, have some fun.
Thinking of a good point we should have mentioned actually as well is the chair does all come apart.
Oh yeah.
So it can be put in the boot. So the wheelchair comes away from the front, folds up, you take the wheels off, so it's all like a bloody puzzle. So you can stick it in a boot. Obviously, a van's better, but I don't have a van.
I mean, my chair fits into a Golf Mark 5, so you just
Really?
With two of the seats down in the back, so there's a little bit more room that you need.
I haven't seen how much shit I take with me, have they, Kez?
Oh, on top of my chair, I still take 2 massive gun boxes and all that stuff.
Man after my heart.
Yeah, Andy likes to bring a lot of stuff.
I do. I'm always prepared.
Well, you can.
And mine normally fits into like a bag. Like
you can have a go in a mule for the day.
Well, yeah. I mean, my thing as well is I always like to have guns spare. So if Kerry turned up and her guns went down, I've got a spare. I can just go there, have that. You're still in for the day, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sam does that for me.
Yeah.
Hence why I don't bring many guns with me. So
I've got 5,000 with me.
Yeah. I'm like, should I bring this? Should I bring that? Look, I think I was like, nah.
Love it.
In the times when I've brought a single gun, it's always broken. So never bring a single gun.
I got caught out once with a TM recoil. I drove all the way up to HQ Airsoft, which is north of the Humber River. I'm just outside London, so 2.5 to 3 hours to the site. Got there, TM went down in the first game. I was so annoyed. To be fair to the site, they did offer me a rental, but I was just so annoyed that my TM had gone down after having just been sorted out.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah, it's
all the time. As soon as it's serviced, it breaks down straight away.
Yeah.
Well, don't TM. I've still got to fix my ones. I've got them in parts.
See, I didn't save up for a new gun in general, new guns in general, because I only ever take one and a pistol, and that's it.
Yeah.
See, that's basically what no tell lie. I normally take if I'm going long distance ones, because normally I think the closest one we do is about 2 hours, isn't it, Andy? Well, from you, which is Star Parts. That's only 2 hours,
couple of hours for you, yeah.
Something like that.
Was it about
a couple of hours for me? So obviously I want to make sure I've got some up. But I normally do the Evo, the Armour Light, and then I just take pistol with me. But most of the time I play CQB, so that's normally my pistol, but I have maybe killed a few. I've got like box parts sitting here, and I'm
I think my next one is an NMG. That's the trouble. My next buy, when I get around to doing another buy, it's going to be a long time now. But I think it's going to be.
I'm thinking MTW. I am.
And this is my daily driver. HPA Wolverine Gen 2 TK45, and this is perfect for me because it's just like a little SMG. Just scoot around in the chair, and then I got my little sidearm.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. I can't show you my one because I was known for my white and rainbow pistol, but I recently
killed it.
Completely killed it. The slide moves everywhere. I've tried replacing everything, and it's just I think it's been abused. It's been used very well used. I'll put it that way. Very well used.
Money
and I play very aggressive.
So many jokes, so little time.
Exactly. No, Andy.
On that bombshell, I think it's time to end the show.
No, it has been well used, but I've just took parts out of it, and some of it I've added to my daughter's one because they're pretty custom parts and stuff like that. Nice. So I'm now gonna have to start all over again to build my own little custom one. But
I'd say one thing as well before we go is any suggestions for what sort of gun would go great on the front of the wheelchair. Send the ideas in because that will be saving up for my next project.
Yeah.
What gun can we mount on the front?
Okay.
It's all right, I've got an idea. I'll certainly show you after.
Oh, here we go.
He's gone.
Right.
He's gone. Yeah. He's gone.
In the meantime, I think, we should call it a day there. So thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Where can people get in touch with you guys?
Facebook.
Facebook. Broken Parts Airsoft Cord.
Yeah. TikTok.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Cool. Me and Kez, you know where to find us. We're fucking everywhere. Harassing you. But that's it from us. So until next time, take care of each other. Take your hits. Don't be a dick, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time on the Chess After Show.
Mini
Thanks
gun.
so much for having us. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye for now.
Bye bye.